Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Backyard Beer Brothers. My name's Rory Doherty and I'm joined by my main man JD.
What's happening?
Man, and to continue the theme of having some of the beers that I've had on holiday, I've actually got this one that I thought JD might like a little bit from Bali, and it's this called Bali Here Romantic Day Lager. So it says a lot about you if I'm saving a romantic day lager for you.
I appreciate it. I was just listening to Island Time on the way here, and then I was like listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, they're all about love and stuff, and I'm like, they're not cool, but then I enjoy them.
What's part of the whole theme
So
of it, I
it kind of all
suppose?
lined up. It was kismet.
Well, one of the things, the reason why I actually chose this beer to bring back with me is because this is a super easy to drink beer. So I had multiples of these. So as far as the beer is concerned, we're looking at a 500ml can, 4.9%, and on Untapped as of today, it's coming in at 2.99. So doing pretty good, but it's
It's just a middle. It's nothing too special, I guess, but it looks interesting.
no, it's
Shall we
good.
just go for it?
Actually,
You got to smell it. You got your procedure now.
yeah, it's.
Smells like beer.
You know, you got sweet malts in there, colours looking sort of straw, golden, what you'd expect from a lager, but let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. That's what I needed.
It is. It's hella easy drinking, right?
Mm.
And just when it's hot, these go down a little too easy.
And it is a bit hot in the shed.
I know, it's not even a hot day, mate.
You can see those episodes where you're like, it's perspiring, you're like, alright, it's a hot day.
It doesn't even need to be a hot day. It's like overcast and cold outside, but it's still pumping in here. It is funny. Some of those I can't remember who said it, but I think it was one of my cousins was like, yeah, I watched one and you were really nervous.
Okay, yeah.
What do you mean I was really nervous? They're like, you're just sweating hard out. It's like, dude, I wasn't nervous at all. It's just that it's an oven in my little shed.
Mm.
It's actually one of the reasons why I like going into winter, because I know that I can actually film out here.
And you don't have the birds chirping.
Yeah,
That might add a bit of ambience, but yeah. No, and you can just check them out.
Yeah, well, it sucks when it rains, because I don't really like the rain on the shed either. And again, it's funny looking at like how to avoid the sound of rain on the shed. And someone said, just put blankets over the roof. It just seems so ridiculous. Like, oh, I'm just gonna quickly go film a Backyard Beers episode. Where's that duvet? Just come out in the rain and.
But it's your sound, though.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is now your sound.
Might have to chuck
This roof is Rory's sound.
It adds to it.
Alright, let's talk about the beer. What do you think? That's very easy.
Super
You get
smooth.
deeper into it than me.
Okay, it is. It's very smooth. There's like a sweetness to it as well. It doesn't linger like it. Super sessionable because the flavour doesn't linger. There's no bitterness or anything like that. No, these very.
You know what
easy.
you're talking about, bro. That's
What does it
easy to
say?
drink. Very
It
good.
says the sun, the beach, the breeze, and the and the crispy, clear, golden lager. Cheers to the good times. Wish you were here. Bam.
That sounds like one of my songs I listen to, mate.
That's the chorus. That's where they got it from. Now, as far
The
as
sun,
like
the beach, the breeze, the clear, crispy, golden lager. Can't believe I did that. That's embarrassing.
you could be the advert.
I just
for
needed a
this.
bit of a reggae and the beach drums and
Yeah.
that. There we go. And we're rocking.
Or you just needed that Māori in the corner on the guitar going ka-ching, ka-ching,
Totally
ka-ching.
fine.
Slow it down. Jing, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
He's got two chords.
Yeah, well, it does them well.
Yeah, one's the bass line.
No, the like as far as cost is concerned, I think this was maybe $4, or it might have been less. It might have been like $3, something.
Oh, Bali.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's like not. I swear I've seen this company, this brand, Bali High. What I have?
I've seen they've got another one that you may have seen, and it's sort of like looks like a red Peroni, a red label Peroni, the brown bottle. But
I'm not thinking of Bintang.
well, the Bintang is their big drink too. So
that one you've seen.
Drank millions
This
of Bintang.
is a lot better than a Bintang.
Oh, hell yeah. They've got like, what is it, the Bintang Red Lid? I drank heaps of those while I was over there. Even in like Vietnam, even like some of the expensive beers were still real cheap. Like we went to this brewery called East West Brewery, and I bought their specialty beers in these 500ml bottles. And what happened? How much were they? I think they were like, again, like $6
They ain't going
each.
to be expensive.
But like that was their like gold tier level. Like you could buy way cheaper bottles, but these ones were like the premium top shelf. And
So was this at a craft brewery or something?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Oh, dude, I blew out though. It's like it's not that big a blowout, I suppose. And it was actually
In terms of what you've done in your life?
yeah. Actually, it was just a blip on the radar. Nah, I was planning on bringing a whole lot of these big bottles of beer from Vietnam back to Australia. I actually tried to get one of the resorts we stayed at to send them, and they're like, yeah. We're there for 5 days. On the last day, they're like, nah, take your package back. We can't get it sent. It's like,
how's international beer, getting beer to places, different countries? Is that difficult?
well, it was almost impossible. Well, had I gone to like an actual post office, I don't know. But then you got the language barrier. But anyway, I just went, I'm just going to carry them in my suitcase. So looked up to come into Australia from Bali, and you can have 2.25 litres per adult. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I can have 8 of these bottles. I can have 9 of these big bottles of beer from Vietnam. Cool. Then I looked at Bali getting beer in there, and it had 1 litre per person. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, Tyson's technically a person, my 3-year-old son.
Smuggling already.
Sweet. So I was like, well, that's me, my wife, my son. That's 3 litres, 6 bottles, sweet ass. So we land in Bali, put our bags through the x-ray, get told to come over, and they're like, what's in this bag? They're like, in the bottles. Oh, they're bottles of beer. I'm like, oh yeah, you're only allowed 1 litre per adult person. I was like, oh fuck. And the guys look at me, I was like, what? Do you just want me to give you a couple? And he's like, yeah. You can sort of see it on his face as well. He was kind of
this was in Bali, right?
Yeah. And then he's like, have you ever been to Bali before? I'm like, yeah, I've been here multiple times. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. I'll just go get some paperwork. Which ones are you going to give me? It's like, here you go. Took photos of them, put them in a bag with this paperwork. See you guys later.
The stereotype is they're all about bribes.
I should have just gone, hey, instead of giving you these.
You might not even have to give them up.
Yeah, I might not have. But at the same time, you're talking about like a $6 beer. Like, it's not like I was smuggling Cristal or like endangered gecko eggs or something.
Yet.
But funny you mentioned bribes. There's like another story on the way to Bali. So we flew, I think it's VietJet from Hanoi in north of Vietnam to Bali. And how their flights work is, like the seats at the front are bigger and have more legroom, and you got to pay way more to get them. Like I wouldn't say they're business class, but like I suppose they're the nicest seats on the plane. Me, Ems, and Tyson went and sat down, and my knees were like right up against the seat behind me. I was crushed in. But they've got this thing where if you pay extra, you can go into like spare seats, pay to have a seat next to you, make sure it remains empty, or you can pay to go into these seats at the front. So we haven't even taken off at this stage, and I'm just like, oh my god. So there's 3 rows of these seats at the front. There's some people sitting in the first one, but the next 2 are empty. So I'm reading, and it's like it costs almost 400,000 dong, which is like, I think it was maybe like 20 something bucks to go and get one of these seats. And I was like, it's going to be like a 5.5 hour flight. Fuck it, I'm going to go and pay for all 3 of us to go sit up there. So I go up and I'm talking to this dude. I'm like, yo, how much is it for 3 people? Just double checking. Can we sit over there? And he's like, yeah, you can sit in that third one. Go and talk to Ems, and she's like, oh, it was kind of like a waste of money, even though it's not much money. Me and Tyson can sit here, and why don't you just go sit up there by yourself? In my head, instantly, I was like, fuck, yeah, let's do that. I don't have to look after Tyson for 5 hours, and I get more legroom. Sweet.
It's so like I go up, sitcom little situation you've got there.
But I go up to this guy, and I'm like, yeah, And he's like, so 3? And I'm like, nah, just me. And he goes, okay, it's going to be 300,000 or 390,000 dong. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And pull my wallet out and pull out cash. And I got to give him cash. And he's like, oh, you're going to pay with cash? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, okay. And we're sort of standing there for a couple of seconds. And he goes, do you need a receipt? I'm like, nah, I don't need a receipt. And he just went, sweet. Grabbed the cash, put it straight in his pocket. And then he sort of looked down the aisle and said, get your wife and kids. You 3 can sit there. It was like, sweet. Dude. It went from being like maybe $90 for 3 of us to sit there to like $30 for all 3 of us to sit there.
Stereotype holds up, mate.
Dude, it was awesome.
They're not that bad, you know? Like,
dude, it like paid off perfectly. I was like, fuck, that's sick. And it like, our Vietnam holiday was pretty good. There was just a little icing on the cake that took it over the top.
Well, planes are the worst part of a holiday, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, a little win on a plane, cheer.
Well, the other thing that I thought was funny, right? So I said there were 3 rows at the front, and they said you can't buy the second row of them. So there was actually people that had paid to be right at the front. That's cool. This row had to be kept empty. We bought these seats on one side. This other family bought seats on the other side. And then we take off, and a couple of like staff members there grabbing like a cart to go move up and down, giving out drinks or whatever. But this guy that I gave money to puts on a jacket, puts on these headphones, and just comes and lies down on these 3 seats in front of us and goes to sleep. Maybe like 2 hours later, this other guy, another staff member comes over, shakes his foot, wakes him up. He gets up, takes his eye things off, takes his headphones off, takes his jacket off, sort of freshens himself up, and tags out, and the next guy comes and he sleeps in front of us. It's like...
They're efficient.
Dude, fucking hell, that's awesome. No. It was an awesome flight. And you're right. It is sort of like the... whatchamacallit. The flights are kind of like the worst part for sure. I also don't like waiting in queues.
Queues are, like this when you're like, you can see the plane, it's there, but it's still like going to be 20 minutes. That's a long 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's even longer when you've got Tyson fucking running around. He's already going, I need snacks, I want to blah, I want this, I want that. So it's like, oh God. But anyway, back to the beer. This is a good beer.
Very good.
So, would I buy it again? Yeah, I think I would. Would I buy it as a gift? I have. I've seen to can this up to Swilling Grog. I would like to see what he thinks of it. When he does a review, or if he doesn't do a review, at least hopefully he sends a text saying, gave it a whatever out of 10.
If these were $4 down at the shop, I'd buy them.
Yeah, so would I. So, scullable, easy.
Easy.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
8.
8 out of 10? Boom. That's a big 8 out of 10. I think I'd give it a 7.5. It's good. That's good. It's leaning towards 8, but I give it 7.5. What up, little T-Rex? We're just finishing up. So with that being said, beer's done. Got the scores. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe. And as always, I hope you have a good one. Cheers.